Hey guys, before the video begins, I would just like to remind you to vote in the straw poll down below. Choose the team that we're going to do our next NBA 2K18 My GM series on, and I would really like to hear your guys' feedback on that, so be sure to vote down below for the team you want me to do. But without further ado, go ahead and enjoy this video. The Boston Celtics have been one of the NBA's most intriguing stories this season. In the aftermath of a trade that completely flipped the entire Eastern Conference upside down, the Celtics, who currently hold the second seed ahead of LeBron, have had their major free agent acquisition, Gordon Hayward, go down for the entire season in a freak injury only 6 minutes into his Boston career. They've had a 16-game win streak after the injury, have had 10 comebacks of at least 10 points, 4 of which at least 20. Kyrie Irving has been spectacular. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown have had the potential to be a dominant all-star caliber duo in the NBA for years to come. And the Celtics hold 4 first-round draft picks in the next 2 years, some with top pick potential. Even the bench of the Celtics has proved to be one of the best in the NBA. Marcus Smart has shown flashes of greatness, and guard Terry Rozier has put up a triple-double in his first NBA career start. Including players like Marcus Morris and Greg Monroe, the Celtic bench has proved to be one of the most reliable in the NBA. But with all the talent, all the draft picks, and potential star players, there is one pitfall that I believe could cause much pain in Boston: who to sign to major contracts. Let's look at the current contract situation of Boston. The salaries are extremely top-heavy. Gordon Hayward, $30 million per year for 3 more years, with a $35 million player option at the end. Al Horford signed on for the next 2 years at $28 million, with a $30 million player option. And easily the biggest steal in the NBA, Kyrie Irving, for the next 2 years at only $20 million with a $21 million player option. And after that, it severely drops. The next highest paid player is actually the rookie Jason Tatum, who's still on his rookie contract for the next 2 years with a 2-year team option, and Marcus Morris with the next 2 years at $5 million. So let's start with this offseason. The 2018 offseason to be exact. The deals on Greg Monroe at $5 million, Aaron Baines at the same amount, and Shane Larkin will expire. But the number one point of this offseason, Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart will be off his rookie contract, and this is really where the trouble begins for Boston. Whether Smart is a $25 million max contract is debatable, which would easily put the Boston Celtics over the salary cap with the salaries currently on the books. Boston has a decision to make. Which guard is their future? Kyrie is for the next couple years, but after that, is it Marcus Smart or the guard whose contract is up next year, Terry Rozier? Personally, Smart isn't worth that max contract. His defense is clearly a strong suit, but his shooting and offensive potential has been very limited, and his shooting is some of the worst on the Boston team. It's hard to see Smart making an extreme impact, but we'll have to see what Boston does. Moving on to the 2019 NBA offseason, the Celtics' future really comes into question. Assuming that Boston receives the number 2 projected pick in the 2019 draft from Sacramento, Boston would have a possible star in Zion Williamson, Cameron Reddish, or Bol Bol to select with that pick. But free agency-wise, Marcus Morris' contract is up, and the main part of this offseason, Terry Rozier, who some in Boston pick as the heir apparent to Kyrie Irving as the future leader of the Celtics. Rozier would most likely ask for the max contract, adding to the major salary already on the books. Rozier has shown flashes of greatness, specifically in his first ever start, garnering a triple-double in a win, putting up incredible stats. It'll be very interesting to see what Boston will do, especially bearing in mind what happens in 2021. And finally, to the 2021 offseason, the major offseason for the future of Boston. Al Horford's contract is up, Kyrie's deal is up, and the rookie deal with Jaylen Brown is officially over. This is where the major moves that will set Boston up for the future will be made. In every scenario, Kyrie Irving will re-sign with Boston to a max deal, which brings in the fact if Terry Rozier is signed to a major contract. If not, Boston will be able to continually sign Jaylen Brown and Al Horford. But if Rozier is signed to a major contract, Boston would have to decide between Jaylen Brown and Al Horford to sign for major extensions. Horford will be 33, and Brown will only be 24 years old in the prime of his career. And to me, this means the end of Al Horford in Boston. Jaylen Brown's upside is just too great to pass up on locking him down for the foreseeable future, especially to pair with Tatum, Irving, and Hayward, possibly vying for an NBA title. Boston will also have to deal with the contracts of Jason Tatum the following year and the number 1 through number 4 pick, which I previously mentioned, the year after that. So Boston will have potentially 5 max contracts to deal with, including Tatum, Irving, Jaylen Brown, Terry Rozier, and or the other first-round pick. So, Boston has a lot of moves to make. Who's worth what contract, which player is worth their future. But no matter what, it'll be very interesting to find out. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Be sure again to vote in that straw poll below on which team will be starting a new MyGM series on. I would love to know your thoughts about the entire Boston Celtics situation in the comment section below, and would love to talk to you guys further about the situation. But thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more NBA videos, and I'll see you next time.